Guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on my newly acquired shop vac. This is a 5-gallon Quiet Series machine with 2.0 peak horsepower for the motor. How I got this is my buddy's dad was getting rid of this thing. It didn't work. The reason that it broke was in here they had run it without a bag and with no filter. In fact, it came just like this except without a bag. I have a Kirby bag in there right now, but so he sucked up a bunch of dust and dirt and it all went right into the motor. So that totally fried the motor, at least that one. So I had, from my old shop vac, just this over here, I had a motor, so he said, here, just take it, I don't want it back. So I fixed it up, threw in the new motor, and it works really well, actually. Has a lot of suction power to it, which is lacking in a lot of vacuums today. In fact, I'm going to be doing a demo with 3 different tools, and I'll explain why. But the one tool actually was lifting the edge of the carpet up like the Kirby does. And now I have another canister, the Phantom Lightning over there. It doesn't do that at all. And to my knowledge, not a lot of straight suction machines can and will lift up even the edge of an area rug. So I'll just undo the cord. So what I plan to do with this is I'm going to probably make it like my little straight suction machine, which I should have done with my other shop vac, but that one had plans for it that didn't go accordingly. So I'm going to pick up the high efficiency bags and either the Ultra Web or the Clean Stream filter for it. If anybody out there has one or the other of those filters, tell me how well it works. So now I'll just plug it in and show you. Now I'm using 3 different tools. One of them is a new tool. You can buy that. They sell them at Home Depot for their rigid vacuums, but any 1 1/4 hose, which is a normal hose, will fit them. I also have what's normally provided with straight suction vacuums, which although the new ones mostly aren't metal, it's 2 thread pickers, which is the red felt material, and then 2 suction streams with the inlet. And now this is the one that I like that actually was picking up the carpet. Instead of having 2 suction paths, it just has 1 straight across and the 2 thread pickers. And now all of them have brushes so you can do your floor. This one, you just push the little thing and these little 1 section of bristles will pop up. Most of them you can buy this version sold under the shop vac name, although they are all plastic now. This version, you press down the pedal and the entire outside of the vacuum has brushes that even wrap all the way around. So that's the new version. And then the rigid version, it has 1 suction path also, but it has a really big opening which seems to hinder performance. And you press down on this little button on this one, and it deploys these 2 little, there's 2 little sections of bristles. There's 1 section, there's the other one. Now I took this apart, and sometimes like that, with any pressure on the bristles go right back in. So that's what we will be using for this test. I'll pause the video, plug everything in, and we'll get going. Now, one last point I will bring up is I had the Walmart, the new 5-gallon shop vac from Walmart, and one thing that they have changed that I liked better on the old model, back here behind the motor, there's 1 hole here and 1 hole over here. That's where the air gets let out of the machine here. On the other one, it was 1 big hole just right in the middle, and I like that because I was able to retrofit a round Bissell filter that I put on a 90-degree elbow, and then I was able to stick the elbow into the the opening, and that gave me the ability to have a HEPA filtration shop vac. So that's that. Now we will plug this into here. We're using the tool that I like to use, and I need to grab one more shop vac extension to make this all work right. Now you can use a bunch of tools on this. If you want to actually use a shop vac as your main vacuum and put the nice bags and filters in it, you can buy things called turbo brushes, which is essentially like a power head, but instead of an electric motor powering it, it has a little air turbine in it, and the suction from the vacuum spins the turbine, and that spins the brushes. So I think I might pick up one for this. But you can get like dusting tools and all that stuff, so you can totally make this shop vac like your own personal home vacuum. So I think I might do that at some point, but let's see what this test will do. Now, before I forget, this test is toilet paper that's been ripped up and some chip crumbs. I did one pass forward, one pass back, and it left some chip crumbs. This is like the powder, which is kind of greasy and will probably stick to the carpet, much like everything else has. But it did miss this, and I believe all this stuff's just off to the side of the suction head. So we will now take this off, put all this toilet paper that mysteriously blew over back over on the normal head side, and we'll get that one ready for use. So this is in carpet mode, I do believe. Just check. Yep, it's in carpet mode. So now we will use this tool. Now this tool really sucked itself onto the carpet, which could be good, could be bad, depends on how you see it. It kind of held this and didn't suck it up, but it pulled it back, so that'll go back on the track of what it didn't get. But where it cleaned, it pretty much cleaned it really well, except for some of the really tiny pieces of chip, like this. Didn't get that too good. Let's go on to the new style. Now, I don't know if I'm using it right now or not, but I do have a rigid extension tube, and this is also a rigid floor head. So you can buy these still brand new for 20 bucks, I believe. Let's try it out. So let's see. Nothing's in the nozzle. We push that off to the side. This was in its way, but it didn't pick it up. It was kind of off to the side, though. Everything else, it missed the fine stuff, but picked up everything else pretty well. So I don't know. I'd say the ones that did the best would be, actually, I was wrong, would be either the regular style that you can buy under the Shop Vac brand, except they're all plastic, and this rigid one, which kind of surprised me because I really thought that one over there worked pretty well. Maybe it's because just because of this single channel, it sticks down to the carpet too much and doesn't let the dirt come in, because there is no beater brush like there is on a Kirby, which moves the carpet down a little bit, just long enough to suck everything in. So on straight suction, I guess that's not too good. But we will use the white brush, which you can get from Shop Vac. and try to pick up the rest of this, and then we'll go over it with the other one and see which one does better after a couple passes. Now, I didn't count the passes, but that's about how long it seems to have taken to get the carpet pretty much clean. It seems to have worked pretty well. By the way, this one, it's an older one, but this one was made in Germany. It says made in West Germany, so this is definitely an older one back when they were broken up. So we will try it with the new one, see where that gets us. So, that one felt like it just moves a little bit better, probably because it has the wheels on it. But that one felt like it moved a little better. The other one was doing the same thing this one was kind of doing. It was sticking itself down to the carpet. So, what I think is that, well, the shop vac is really powerful. If you want just a regular suction only thing for doing like your above floor cleaning and stuff, you want a really powerful one, I would really think about getting a shop vac and putting a bag in it and use a nice filter on it and just use that, because you can spend upwards of $120 just on something that's only suction, like doesn't have any powered head or anything on it. So for one of these, you can get them for like $50, throw a nice bag on it and pick up a tool. So might be a good idea. And plus, shop vacs are still American made, so you're buying American and you're buying a powerful unit. So my verdict: the rigid style head will pick up quicker, although that doesn't necessarily mean that it'll pick up deep down dirt any better. It'll pick up the surface stuff really quick, and this one picks up pretty well. It seals itself to the carpet, and you need to push it a little harder, but this one's not a bad nozzle either. I think if you just want to get one nozzle to do everything, I'd go with this one, solely because it has a better brush system for doing around like your hardwood floors and stuff, whereas this one only has the two tiny ones that don't even cover the whole section. You have the majority of it unswept. So with that, I'll throw a little bit of stuff on the floor, the hardwood. I won't even bother using that one. We'll use these two, and I'll try to get this thing to work. Maybe that's it. No. So I'll play with this, get the brushes to stick, which I think they just did. Excellent, excellent. And we'll clean up this floor. Alrighty, so we have some junk laying on the floor. Both of these are in brushes deployed hardwood floor mode. Let's check it out and see what they'll do. So that one, it looked like it was doing good going forward. Then I pulled it back and it seems like it just kind of had everything sticking to the brushes. So for bigger particles, might not be too good, but for dust, this one will do really good. I can assure you that, because of that brush pattern. This one's also in brush mode. We'll check it out. That one picked up pretty much everything in one pass. So for bigger stuff, this one will pick up better. For dust and stuff, which is normally on the floor, this one will work. There is one little trick you can use to make this one pick up all this junk, and I will show that to you right now. We'll just sweep everything that it missed back onto the floor. What you do is you push it forward, pull it back, and then you tilt it up just a little bit, and that'll let all the big crap come into the suction. So I'll show you that. And just like that, all the stuff sucked up. In fact, maybe just a little bit better, because on this one, you can see there's no dust on this one. Not sure if you can see that on camera, but there is definitely some dust lingering on that. Whereas on this, not so much. There's some chip crumbs and stuff. So I'd say overall, a Shop-Vac style will probably do you better for quote-unquote deep, or it'll be the best cleaner out of all of them. If you want, how do I phrase this? If you want quick surface pickup, rigid. If you want really good dusting and good carpet cleaning, get the Shop-Vac. So we'll finish up with the Shop-Vac nozzle. And then to switch, you just do that. So that's my review of this Shop-Vac. If you pick it up, I'd go with the Shop-Vac nozzle. Although, maybe with the plastic on the bottom as opposed to the metal, might be a little bit different. It might be a little harder to go across your flooring and stuff with a plastic nozzle or plastic bottom as opposed to this metal one, but if you can find the metal one, I know they sell it, albeit it's like ridiculously expensive, almost as much as a 5-gallon Shop-Vac itself, but they work well. So that's going to be my review of the Shop-Vac. If you get a Shop-Vac, I'd recommend the Shop-Vac nozzle. And the rigid nozzle does good for picking stuff up quick. So if you don't care, you just want to whip around real quick, maybe the Shop-Vac nozzle will be best. But if you have tons of carpeting, I wouldn't really recommend just a straight suction. You're going to need something with a brush roll, whether it be something like a Kirby here, which has its brush roll, as we all know, or a Hoover, something with that revolving brush. This thing never likes to pick up the brushes, but a revolving brush is needed if you have wall-to-wall carpet. So whether that be something like that, an electric nozzle, like this canister, or if you just have lots of low power rugs, you could probably get away with getting one of them turbo nozzles like I was talking about, and they go range from anywhere in price from $30 for a cheaper one up to $100 for the top of the notch ones that they sell with $1,000 central vacuum systems. So whatever you choose, if you want it just a straight suction dusting around the house quick cleanup machine, Shop-Vac might not be a bad idea. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.